Hey guys, MPTV Matt Piper, the Soccer Mentor. Good morning everyone. Hope you're all well. Big shout out to all my new subscribers and all the old ones as well. Glad to have you with me. I told you we're ramping this up now. I'm going to fit 3 questions in today that have come through to my Twitter. So like I said, you want a question answered, ask me on Twitter. I give my best. I give my best opinion to try and take your game to that next level. Right, just a quick message before we start. I had a game on Sunday. I don't play very often anymore. Obviously I've had 19 operations now, all in all, throughout my professional career and just after. Most of them being on my knees, 13 operations, 14 operations on my knees. Is that many? I've lost count. But I love the game of football. So anytime I get asked to play, I turn up and I play. Leicester legends it was. Leicester City legends, the likes of Steve Walsh, Matt Elliott, Muzzy is it scored a great goal. 30 seconds in, stanchion, 40 yards, oh my goodness. I had to bow down to him. I'm going to try and get him on this show sometime soon. Obviously he's played in the World Cup semi-final. Great footballer Muzzy, probably one of the best I've ever played with. So hopefully, as this show keeps building and growing and evolving, I'm going to try and get Muzzy on the show to give a bit of a centre midfield masterclass, because if you want to learn off anyone, you want to learn off this guy. So the quick message was, I was in the game, I was tired, I've not played for months, and I wasn't playing very well. Let's be honest. I mean, I never would have said that when I was younger. I would have said, no, I played well, I did this, I did that, and tried to find something to hang on to, because like all you guys will know, it don't matter what level of football you play at, if you don't play very well, it's not a nice feeling. And it happens to the best of us, it happens to pros, it happens to everyone. So don't think you're alone on that. People go home, oh, I played rubbish today. Oh. They don't cry all the time, but some people do, especially if you're younger. I remember being at England trials when I was 13, 14, 15 and not playing very well, or seeing other great players like Joe Cole or people like that, seeing them for the first time, thinking, I'm just not that good. So them thoughts come into your mind, am I doing the right thing? Should I continue with football? Should I do this? But you know what? Like on Sunday, I'm not playing very well. How can you contribute? How can you contribute to the team performance? Alright, if you're not playing very well, can you give a little bit of encouragement to one of your other teammates? Can you just keep it simple next time you get it? Or can you try and set a goal up? Or can you take something from that game, yeah, that will give you confidence going into the next game? We all have bad games, everyone does, even the best players in the world. But they hold on to the fact that the game is 90 minutes. Alright, so you can play bad for 70 minutes. Michael Owen, former Liverpool, Real Madrid striker, made himself into a millionaire from being, for me, not the greatest player. He didn't really have a good touch, his skills were quite stiff, but he always held on to the fact that the game is 90 minutes long. Can he do something in that 90 minutes that will warrant him being in the team next time and getting all these millions of pounds? And the thing that he did was score. Didn't play well for 89 minutes. If you score and you're a striker, bam, you've done your job. Not playing well as a winger, get the ball in the box, create a goal. You've done your job, all right? Give it away the other 5-10 times, but if you keep producing, even if it's one thing in a game, if it's a special moment, you've done your job. So always hold on to that fact. Don't get too down about it. Oh, I played rubbish. Oh, should I give football up? No, keep going. Keep going right till the end of the 90 minutes, because that's what I did on Sunday, and I scored on 92 minutes. We won the game 3-2. Oh. All right, it's not a professional game anymore for me, but there's no feeling like scoring a goal. Anyway, that's that out of the way. First question coming at you today is tricks at top speed. What tricks can I do at top speed? All right, that's a question from Leo Wayo. Here it is. Alright, so when you're doing a trick at top speed, it can't be very complicated. It can't be a complicated trick. You know, so is it going to be a step over? Are you going to use your body? I mean, the best guy to look at for this, I mean, I was a winger as well, but the best guy to look at for this is Lionel Messi. Top speed skills, he isn't skillful like Ronaldo, but he's so good at dribbling, and all it takes at top speed is a little body feint. Alright, can you go one way, can you go the other? Alright, can you drop a shoulder? At top speed, that's all you're going to be able to do. Alright, if you want a more complicated tricks and start complicating things up, you're going to slow the play down. Alright, so let me just see if I can turn this camera for you. Alright, I turn the camera. So, trick at top speed. If I'm running at top speed and I try and do some kind of complicated trick, or try and touch the ball lots of different times and move the ball, I've slowed the play right down. Alright? So if we're going for a complicated trick at high speed, it's got to be something quite simple. So you're looking for a single step over, a body feint one way. You could even chuck a double body feint in there, left, right, come inside of him. Alright? Drop your left, go your right, drop your right, go your left. At high speeds, it's got to be something like this. Alright? Another one I like to use at high speeds, play it one side, run round the other. Alright? Got to draw the defender in a little bit closer though. Alright? No good. I see my little boy, he tries it sometimes. Defender here tries to play it around the outside and run round this way, play it inside and run round this way. The defender's too far away, never going to get there. Alright? Draw the defender in, last little touch by him as you get to him. You want him within 1.5 meters. Okay? Touch it one side, run round the other. There's your advice for fast tricks at high speed. Okay? Next question. How can I score more goals as a striker? This comes from IBK Max. Here it is. So, scoring more goals as a striker. Alright? To score goals as a striker, you've got to be in the right areas, right time, got to find space. Alright? So it's all about movement. Alright, IBK. So you want to check out my striker movement video. It's quite basic at the minute. I'm going to do a more detailed video just on striker movement, alright, and probably the number 10 role, because there's a lot of you asking about those questions about the number 10 movement and how he can play the game. Artist at scoring goals there's been many over the years, but one of my favourite was Dennis Bergkamp. And it was interesting because after an Arsenal game once, we was walking off the pitch together and I asked him, I said to him cheekily, I was playing against him, so I'm a fellow professional, but I never had that about me where I thought I can't ask for advice, they'll think I'm stupid because I was a professional. I know a lot of professionals, I see them all the time, they have too much of a high opinion of themselves, in my opinion. Alright? Ask anyone, ask everyone. That's what this channel's for. Ask me. Ask anything you want related to football, on and off the pitch, and I'll only be too happy to help. And like I said, I'm going to try and get other people involved. But I asked Dennis Bergkamp, and he said to me, you know, sometimes people think they have to move into positions, alright, when the ball's out wide or you're waiting for a ball to come in the box, and sometimes the best thing to do is stand still because everyone else is moving around you. Alright, get into a space and stand still. He said I've scored a lot of my goals like that. So I've always kept that with me. When Dennis Bergkamp told me that little bit of advice, and so when I heard that advice, I used to look back at Dennis Bergkamp scoring some of his goals, and it's true. If you look at Dennis Bergkamp, sometimes he'd move into position and then he'd just stand still and he'd wait for Henry to pull it back to him, because you think it's very clever. Alright, it's like a double bluff because everyone else is moving around you. The defenders, where's my players? Where's my players? Who have I got to defend against? Where's the ball? Where's my goalkeeper? They're moving and they're agitated. Alright, that's why they used to call Dennis Bergkamp the Iceman. Alright, very cool in front of goal, and sometimes he'd get into a position that he thought was correct and he'd just stand still. Alright, ball comes in, bang, goal. Alright, so IBK, look at your movement. Alright, look at, sometimes, like I've just said about Dennis Bergkamp, you don't have to move. Get into a position, hold your space, believe in the position that you're in, and maybe you'll be found by one of your midfielders, wide players. Alright, and then obviously to score more goals you want to work on your finishing. Alright, even into an empty net, get into positions, but everything, please everyone listen to this, everything you do in practice, please try and do it at match pace. Alright, the best kind of training is when you're doing it in match related situations. Alright, so it's alright taking your cones on to improve your dribbling. It's not going to improve your dribbling as much unless you're playing against someone else. Alright, remember, football is an instinct game. All right, so do everything at high pace. If you go down the park and you're shooting into an open net, all right, still pretend that you've got a defender on you. How are you going to beat him? Drop that shoulder, cut inside, bang. Do everything at match pace. All right, there's no point going down the park and just kicking a ball into an empty net, just walking around. Yeah. All right, do it at match pace. All right, that's the only way it's going to relate when you get into a match. All right, hope I've answered that question for you. A more detailed answer coming soon, hopefully, with another striker video that I do. And last question from Amos. Here it is. So Amos is always looking for a 1-2. All right, he's a winger, so I'm glad that he's asked me this, because I like to consider myself a decent winger, or I was. So he's always looking for a 1-2. Should I be more greedy and keep the ball? So I think it's always best to play the game on instinct. I can't tell you you should do more 1-2s, you should dribble with the ball more. Amos, I'm not at the games with you, my friend. It's a really great question, because this is what football comes down to. Football, for me, is an instinct sport. I always used to play better on instinct, all right? If I've got in my head, right, I'm going to dribble more today, I'm going to dribble more, but the opportunities don't arise, and the opportunity that does arise in need of a 1-2, or a longer pass, or a shorter pass, or there's nothing on, they've closed the channel off, I come out, I'll play my fullback back in, and we'll go out and we'll spread it to the left side or the right side. All right, so it's all about what happens in the game at that split second. All right, I would always say, just as a rule of thumb, get into the last third, try and beat someone. All right, that's what all the best managers that I've ever had said to me. Martin O'Neill, Peter Reid, Mick McCarthy. That's my job as a winger. Create something. When you're a winger, you are a creator. All right, you're trying to create a chance, you're trying to create an opportunity further down the pitch, you're trying to get a throw in, a corner, getting a cross in. So Amos, what I would say to you as a general rule is 1-2s are great. 1-2s are great. They move defenders out of positions, but as a winger, get into that final third, create something. All right, it's on you, my friend. Create something. Drop a shoulder. Go by a fullback. Try and get your crossing. Can you win a corner? A throw in? Can you get your crossing? Can you cut inside? 1-2 with the striker. Shoot first time. All right. Look back through a lot of my other videos, okay, and hopefully you'll see a theme with me. And it's my coaching as well. When I coach the young lads, wherever I'm doing it, back at Leicester City, or I'm doing it at school, I love to see creators, all right? I love to see people commit defenders, all right? And I've spoke about this before. It's called being brave, my friend, Amos. It's called about being brave. Not brave like Roy Keane, smashing into tackles. Not that kind of brave. Brave, you have to be brave as a winger. Brave as in get the ball. Can you take someone on? If he tackles you the first time, next time you get the ball, can you try and take him on again? That's being brave. All right, I hate to see these guys that are full of confidence at the start of a match try and take a fullback on, get tackled, so for the next 70 minutes in the match they get the ball and they keep it simple. All right, that's not being brave. Be brave, be a creator as a winger. Get the ball, drop your shoulder, go by someone, try and nutmeg him. All right, try and create something, cut inside, 1-2s with your striker, get a shot off, switch to play. If nothing's on, come out, go back out to your fullback, let him play across the back, and then we go down the other side. All right, and if the ball's coming from the other side, can you get in on the back post? All right, can you score a goal? Can you be brave in that way? Answered. Remember, send your questions into my Twitter @_Matt or send them to this channel, and we'll try and get your game improved. All right, you see how passionate I am about it. I've also now got a Facebook page, MPTV The Soccer Mentor, so make sure you get on and like that if possible, and then you can send your questions there as well.